Hey guys, welcome to the second part of this tutorial. Now that we covered the basics in the previous guide, it's time to cover more advanced stuff. So, in today's video we will see two things. We will first talk a bit about the market, such as general knowledge needed about it, its various pros and cons. And then I will cover the first tier 3 ship of this series. The honor goes to CN-Type 55 Nanchang, as it's guaranteed to get it through daily reward, being very cheap and balanced in every way. So, the market. You probably looked at it some time before, seen some very fancy items, some more appealing than others, and some being stupidly expensive. So what will we cover about the market? Its currency, art coins, how to gain them, and how to spend them well, the different markets, T1 and T2 market, how to differentiate them, and know which one you're in, along with their pros and cons. Some of the best equipment on this platform that I 100% recommend you get, and generally what to avoid doing on it. Every item on this market requires this little blue Dorito called art coins. You have two means of getting them, either spending mom's card and buying them from the shop, or the more friendly one is to farm the battle pass and sell the items and ship that it will give you as those join the market at the end of each month. Each battle pass ship averages 400 art coins on the market, allowing you to gain a steady 4800 art coins each year. The second important thing is that the market is divided into two sub-market, T1 market and T2. T1 contains most of the player base, benefiting from cheaper items, while T2 is generally more expensive. The way to know which market you're in is to check the price of SMX25. T1 market has it as 5000 art coins, while T2 is around 1000 art coins. Now for those wondering, no, you cannot change market and you will have to live with it. Sorry. As you saw, there are many interesting equipment in the market. Here are some of my favorites I would recommend. For the grenade launcher, that would be the ASRock 5C, having best DPM. For the autocannon, the Seahawk Sigma, as it's a monster against anything. The AA would be the JRNG, being an overall better weapon, and the torpedo be Tiger Shark, as it's unflareable by submarines. Now armed with this general knowledge, I will talk to you about what not to do in the market. The first one being using the buyout system. What it will do is instantly buy your ship for 30% the price of the lowest one on the market, giving you a pitiful amount of art coins as a result. The second thing not to do is buying an item and instantly selling it again because you're not satisfied with it. Okay, you made a mistake buying it, but don't go and rub more salt in the wound by selling it for 80% its original price. Just roll with it and learn from your mistakes, my friend. Now that you have a general understanding of the market, how it works, what to do, and what not to do, we will cover the first tier 3 ship of this video, CN-Type 55 Nanchang, its stats, various builds I recommend, going from level 15 beginner equipments to level 25 and paid equipments. So, the Nanchang, a great ship, and probably the first tier 3 ship anyone will get when playing this game. What's so special about it, and why did I recommend it? You see, the Nanchang in appearance may seem like another destroyer, but it's actually one of the best out there, being good at everything it faces. Ships? Make them suffer. Planes? Tell them to go somewhere else. Submarines? Remove them. The build will be different for each player level. I will do it in a board style, displaying the level on top and showing all the items you will need. Without further ado, let's get into the build for level 15 players. For the first missile slot you will want the RBS-15. This will be your main damage form from missiles. The second missile slot will be the X-35. This will be used as bait. For the cannon you want the railgun. Now the anti-submarine part. For the grenade launcher, use the ASRock 5B, and for the torpedoes use the Mark 48. For the helicopter you will want the Comanche. Finally, for the AA you can leave it as it is. With this build you should be able to somewhat make a decent amount of money at tier 3, while still holding pretty well to most ships you face. Now the build for level 20 players. The first missile slot will be the Type 17 SSM. It's currently the best missile in game. For the second slot, either the Type 17 SSM again, or the YJ-12A. For the cannon, the Cullet CIF. For the grenade launcher, you will want the Type 726. It's the best free-to-play option. The torpedo, you will want the Black Shark, having a very fast reload and high accuracy. Helicopter is the same. For the first AA defense slot, you want the Pansy, having both guns and missile silos in one. And the second AA slot, you will want the Crotale, being a heavy focused AA. Now this build should be a very big upgrade, being able to eat huge chunks of HP from the enemy in one go with the Type 17 SSM and the Black Shark, while keeping planes and missiles away with these new AA mounts. Now, I will get into the big builds. Within first place the build for level 25. The missile slots will stay the same as before. However, you can switch the first slot with Scalp if you prefer. The gun with the German howitzer Monarch. The grenade launcher stays the same, while the torpedo becomes a Type 89. The helicopter should be either Comanche or Defiant X, if you got her. The AA will be Garpin in the Time 5 slot and Crotale in the Times 1 slot. And finally, the whale build. The missile, you can switch them with Atmaca. The gun will be Monarch or TMF 155. Grenade launcher would be the ASROC 5C. Torpedoes the Tiger Shark, since they are unflareable by enemy submarine. The helicopter should be the Merlin MH2, having the best anti-submarine weaponry. For the AA, you will want to switch the Garpin with a JRNG mount. These two builds are the epitome of duck around and find out, instantly murdering anything that gets into your sight, and sending submarines on a field trip to heaven. All the builds play relatively the same on this ship. You go near an island, where you can lock onto the enemy while concealing your ship. First sending your weakest missile as a bait to enemy flares. If the enemy flares, wait a second, and then send your other missiles. They will have to hard counter it, since their flares are on cooldown. While doing this, you can occasionally peek out and fire your cannon and grenade launcher at the enemy, and if they aren't near an island, fire your torpedoes too to deal extra damage. If a submarine shows its nose, you instantly retreat behind the island in such a way that you only have him in the line of sight, firing your torpedoes and grenade launcher at him when he starts sending torpedoes, so that you can intercept them and damage him in the process, showing him whose boss it is. Well, here is the first tutorial of this series. I hope you enjoyed it and find a build to fit your taste. I will try to keep it that way, but don't hesitate to give me feedbacks on how to improve in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video or want to help someone start the game, make sure to like and share the video. And on this note, bye bye friends.